Well, hello. This is RCG Creations. How are you doing? We're going to be bringing to you a video today on dehydrating. And here's my 10 trays. And these are potatoes that I have thinned to 1/4 inch thickness. And I'm going to be putting these in these jars. I've already started some of these. This is my third batch. I started with 10 pounds of potatoes. So now I'm just going to fill these jars because I have to go to work. Then when I get home tonight, we're going to put the powder mix together so we can make scalloped potatoes. And they're going to be ready in a jar with all the ingredients and the potatoes. And I will do a pop-up with all the ingredients. And then in the description box will be a thorough recipe and directions on how to make this yourself at home. Okay, great. We'll bring you back when we get to the next phase because all I'm going to be doing now is, since I have to go to work, is filling up these jars, emptying out my trays so I can put these in here because I don't want them. It's raining today, so the moisture from the rain is going to rehydrate these potatoes, and we don't want to do that. But look at that. Did you hear that stamp? That tells you that these potatoes are thoroughly dried. Okay, so we'll bring you back when we get to that next phase. Okay? Alrighty, we'll be back. Well, hello. This is Rosa, RCG Creations. How are you doing? I'm bringing you today we're making and stocking up the pantry with scalloped potatoes. Now, I have been every payday buying a 10-pound bag or a 5-pound bag, whatever is on special sale, of potatoes, and then I slice them. I peel the skins off because hubby and I just don't care for the skins. Just peel the skins off. Then I slice them with my little mandolin slicer into, I think it's one-fourth slices. So it makes it goes real bad. Then I put them on my dehydrator. Then I dehydrate. There'll be a little pop-up of the potatoes on the dehydrator trays. Okay. And then I've just been making them and storing them just to have. But then I came across this scalloped potato mix that you could put on the pantry. And it was like, oh, neat, because that's really neat because I'm going to write the directions on the label to put on the jar. So every time you get a jar, you'll know exactly how to put it together to make it. And it's so super simple, easy. I'm going to be honest with you, I always thought, I never made scalloped potatoes because I always thought it was a lot of work and you had to be on top of the stove cooking and boiling and adding this and that. It's like, I was so surprised when it was so simple and so easy. So anyway, let me just show you the ingredients. I just got this off the internet. There is no person's name. Okay, so anyway, I just printed it. It's scalloped potato dry sauce mix. What you do is, this particular batch, it says it makes 9 batches. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? It probably will make 9 batches because I think I have enough for 2 more. And I'm storing mine in the quart jars. But you can use any airtight container. And the way the ingredients is you put all the dry ingredients together and you mix it all up. You're going to use 2 cups of powdered milk, 1 cup of white flour, 1 cup of cornstarch, and of course I'll have a pop-up box and I'll have all the descriptions and the recipe in the description box, okay? 1/2 cup of onion flakes, dried parsley, 1/2 cup of chives, or you can use dried parsley. I just used parsley because I didn't have any chives, okay? 4 teaspoons of salt, 4 teaspoons of mustard powder, 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasonings, and if you like, you can add 1/4 cup of powdered cheese if you have powdered cheese. And basically all you're going to do is mix the whole thing up. Is like I've already done. You can see that there. It's been all mixed up. This is my last batch. I'm going to be honest with you. It says, I mean, I saw that it says 9 batches, but I've come across as I'm learning how to cook and bake that not everything is always the same. It varies. I don't know why, but it just does. So I wasn't too sure. So I was hoping to go ahead and make enough for a second batch, but since it really does, it looks like it's going to make 9 quarts. This is more than enough for hubby and I for us to have as a side dish to go with our meals, and it's because it's already prepped and ready. it's going to be like in 15-20 minutes, and it's going to be done. Other than the baking time, okay? And I will put all that, and I will show you how to do it all. So basically, all you do is mix all the ingredients, and you put everything in a jar. You can put it all in one jar if you want to. And then your take out, and you're only going to use 1/2 cup of the mix with 3 cups of water, 3 cups of potatoes, the sliced dehydrated potatoes. And that's it. So what I'm doing here now is, let me get my 1/4 cup. It's 1/2 cup, not 1/4 cup. 1/2 cup. And I should have enough in here to make 2. I might have enough to do 2 more, but yeah, I should have enough. I think I will. I'm not for sure. I might have a little bit extra. So I'm just doing a level teaspoon, making it level of my 1/2 cup. And it is easier if you do the wide mouth jars, but if you don't, you can definitely do the regular size jars if you don't have the wide mouth. But it is easier if you have the wide mouth. And then all you're doing is pouring your dehydrated potatoes into the jar. I'm just making sure I'm in frame. I am. You can see what I'm doing. Now this particular batch is the 1/8 size, and it's a whole lot thinner, but it's still going to come out good because it's a potato. So it's going to be a little bit thinner. This is more like a potato chip size stuff. And let me get my other jar. And then I want to show you my other jar that I already have, that I did make. And I will do a pop-up video with all the jars. And then there's the jar with the mix on the bottom, and then the dried potatoes on the bottom. So this is my last jar of sliced dehydrated potatoes. And as I said, what's the label? I forgot to wipe off my last item that was on that lid. But you can tell just from the jar, because this is a glass jar, what it is. So I don't label. When it's something simple that you can see through the jar without any hesitation and know what it is, I don't bother labeling it because I already know. Okay, and then do yourself a favor, shake it a little bit, like do like half of it, and then shake it. And you see how now you have more room because it's settled, just like the bag of chips. You spend all that money for that 1/4 of a bag of chips because it all settled. Okay, so I'm able to get a little bit more because this is thinner. This is the thinner potatoes. Now this one will not have a taste test at the end because I don't have time to be making this, but I will do a recap and I'll do a quickie little short video showing where I make this and taste it, and then we'll do a taste test at the end. So that'll be a quick little video, okay? But I wanted to hurry up because I have all this stuff that I got for it, and I'm running out of time, and I just don't have enough time to do the video. So I apologize on that one, but it'll be a follow-up video. Okay, so there is one with the jar already on there. And you know what, let's see if we're going to have enough. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so I can make myself room. Let's see, do we have enough room to make another jar? Do we have enough of the mix to make another jar? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. And you know what? I don't want to make a big mess. Because y'all know I'm a messy cook, messy baker. So what I'm doing, and I know this is covered up, you can't really see that much, but I put 1 cup, and this 1/2 cup inside the big cup. Because I just want to make sure that I'm going to have enough, but I don't want to spill powder. This mix all over my entire table. Get my spoon. I should have got that little tool that I just bought, but I didn't think of it, and it's not a big deal. But let's see how, oh yeah, I definitely have enough. Okay. Oops. So this made exactly with a little bit extra, and I'm just going to pour the extra powder because I'm not going to waste it. There's no sense in wasting it. I'm just going to pour it into another jar. And that jar just have extra powder mix, that's all. Okay. So there's that mix. And then I'm just going to reseal this jar, vacuum seal it, and then I'll save this for another project. Maybe I'll make some potato chips with it. It's really easy to rehydrate and make your own baked potato chips. Of course, you can always make fried potato chips too. And you just season it with whatever seasoning you want. In fact, I made some the other day. It was like, I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I made some homemade potato chips. And you use a 1/8 inch thickness. And it, see how I'm shaking it so it settles down to the bottom of the jar. And again, like everything else, make sure you start off with a clean table, clean utensils, and wash your hands. And because this is all dry products, of course, make sure everything is dry. And that includes your hands, because you don't want any moisture in this mix whatsoever. Okay. Yep, see? Shake it some more. And you can get a little bit more in there, because it won't hurt this to go all the way to the very top, because all this is dry. You don't really want to squeeze it because you don't want to break the shape of the potato. So we have a little bit left. And if you, like say, have extra company come over, what's really good about this mix is if you can make a double batch of the mix, just make the mix by itself and store the mix all by itself. And then have some potatoes all by themselves. And you can just add some of the mix with some more extra potatoes for an extra person. Okay, so that's there. Again, wipe down your bottom of your top of your jar so you can get a good seal. And I am going to vacuum pack this, okay, but for right now. Here is my take on scalloped potatoes in your pantry. And I got 1, 2, 3 jars, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It made exactly 9 jars, just like the recipe said, with a little bit extra, which I'm just going to spoon some of this extra in some of these other jars. It ain't going to hurt nothing, so. But thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.